Now on KXLY4 HD News at 6, we have team coverage of all the latest local news, including video of a plane crash in western Washington. Annie Bishop reports from Moses Lake, where a 14-year-old boy is under arrest for shooting 2 people. And Tom Giles is down in Las Vegas at the West Coast Conference basketball tournament following the Zags. Live in the newsroom, I'm Colleen O'Brien. Your local news starts now.
From the KXLY4 HD Broadcast Center in downtown Spokane, this is KXLY4 HD News at 6.
We begin with a developing story out of Moses Lake tonight. A 14-year-old boy is in jail, accused of shooting his own parents. That shooting happened inside the family's home on East Battery just before 10 o'clock last night. KXLY4's Annie Bishop is there, and the entire community, she says, is in a state of shock.
It has been a tough day here at Moses Lake Christian Academy. This is where the 14-year-old boy suspected of shooting his parents attended school.
Stephanie Voigt, interim director for the school, got a call early this morning that a student was under arrest for shooting his parents. Just before 10 o'clock last night, police responded to this home on East Battery for a report of gunshots. Once inside, they discovered a man and woman both injured. The couple was rushed to a local hospital, then transferred to another hospital outside the area. Neighbors say the couple's 14-year-old son was put into the back of a police car. Police recovered a weapon and are now, along with the rest of the community, searching for a motive.
I think, honestly, we're all in shock. It's been a very difficult day for our family, really, is what we are as a staff and students here. We're a very close, tight-knit community. And so it's shocking to all of us.
Neighbors say the boy was a nice kid, often helping neighbors with yard work and shoveling snow.
I don't know whatever possessed what went wrong.
A parent meeting is scheduled for tonight at 6 o'clock here at Moses Lake Christian Academy to keep parents in the loop about what happened and also for prayer and support. There will also be grief counselors on hand when school starts on Monday. In Moses Lake, Annie Bishop, KXLY4 HD News.
And while neighbors have identified the family and the boy, we are waiting for authorities to release more information on the minor and if he'll face charges before we do. This is the second shooting in a week in Moses Lake. Last Saturday, a 60-year-old man was shot and killed in his home along Clink Street and Valley Road. Detectives are still searching for his killer. We will continue to follow the latest developments on both of these shootings. Just check in to KXLY.com. The West Coast Conference tournament is underway down in Las Vegas. Let's check in with Tom Giles, who was at today's Gonzaga women's game.
Day one of a week of basketball down here in Las Vegas on 700 ESPN. The Gonzaga women looking to get back to that WCC title game after they lost in the title game to BYU last year. Same 2 teams meeting the semifinals here this afternoon, and it was the GU women able to get the win. Both teams going back and forth early on, but GU using a 12-2 run at the end of the first half to distance themselves from the Cougars, and it all started with the freshman Kiara Cudgeon with 8 points in that first half, and Shelby Cheslick finished with 16 points and 8 rebounds. Those freshmen leading the way to a 62-43 win.
Coach just tells me I have to come out and be aggressive, so he said get every boy when I went in, so that's what I did. And I've been working on my inside game more, so I just had to finish at the basket.
We have some big goals, and I think we had a lot of players also step up tonight, especially Kiara, Jazzy defensively. So I think we're a tough team because we have different players every night stepping up.
So the Gonzaga women will play in the WCC title game at 1 p.m. on Monday. Coming up in sports, we're going to have more on the GU men and also the Whitworth Pirates as they continue their journey in the NCAA Division III tournament. Colleen?
Thank you, Tom. Well, not quite Vegas weather here, but it was still beautiful. How long will the sun stick around? Let's check in with KXLY4's Aaron Luna in the Weather Center.
Colleen, all that sun helped us have temperatures that were above average for this time of year. Looking at your satellite and radar, a few clouds throughout eastern Washington early. That's kind of dissipated. You can see a few hanging out in the panhandle, but other than that, clear skies throughout Washington. Our next storm system, though, is right off the coast. Let's take a look at temperatures right now in Spokane. It's 49, 46 in Coeur d'Alene, 45 out in Kalispell. Then we break into the 50s. Omak at 53, Moses Lake at 55. The Tri-Cities and Yakima almost hitting 60, and Lewiston clocking in right now at 54 degrees. Here's a look at your HD day planner. In the morning, we'll see some cloud cover build, 46 by noon, 50 in the evening. That's that westerly flow that we're going to get, some clouds moving in that will bring rain later on this week, and I'll tell you when to expect it in just a few minutes. Colleen?
See you soon, Aaron. Thank you. New into KXLY4 tonight, authorities in western Washington are responding to a small plane that's crashed into a house. The crash happened just after 3 o'clock in Duval, that's northeast of Seattle. One of the 2 men on board was killed. The other passenger was taken to the hospital. No one was home at the time of the crash, and witnesses say they saw the propeller on the plane stop, the plane flip upside down, and then crash into the home. Now to a KXLY4 update on a story we brought you last night. Police are still investigating a fatal car crash at South Indian Canyon Drive and West Greenwood Road. The man driving the car was killed. A woman was also in the car, and she was taken to the hospital with serious injuries, but she's in stable condition tonight. It is still not known what caused the crash or if drugs or alcohol were involved. From our North Idaho newsroom tonight, a Coeur d'Alene deputy fire chief had his driver's license suspended for 30 days, and he has a $600 fine for driving drunk. 15 veteran, that is, Jim Washko, pleaded guilty to drunk driving. A first district court judge sentenced Washko to a year of unsupervised probation and ordered Washko to serve 16 hours of the sheriff's labor program. Around the nation now, when the TSA announced it was going to allow small knives onto planes, many people were unhappy. Now passengers are taking action, including an angry coalition of pilots, air marshals, and flight attendants. This morning, Delta became the first airline to join the call to keep knives off planes. The CEO of America's largest air carrier told the head of the TSA that they object. The head of the TSA says he wants his officers to concentrate on what can be catastrophic on a jet, explosives, especially liquid explosives. Some good news out of Washington, D.C. this week. A much better than expected jobs report. 236,000 jobs were added last month. That's 70,000 more than expected. The that helps bring down the unemployment to 7.7%. It's the lowest it's been since December of 2008. On Wall Street, the Dow Jones broke its all-time high for the 4th straight day.
Companies have done without. They've cut all they can cut, and now they actually need people to come back to fill true demand. They're not just kind of guessing that things are going to be better tomorrow.
Construction is leading the way in economic recovery. Builders added 48,000 jobs, a clear sign the housing market recovery is having a major impact. Around the world now, Catholic cardinals still trying to figure out who will be the next pope. On Tuesday, the cardinals will begin their conclave in the Sistine Chapel to elect a successor to Pope Benedict XVI. The newly installed chimney will eventually send out white smoke that signals a new pope has been elected. While no front runner has emerged, some Italian newspaper point to Cardinal O'Malley of Boston as a possible candidate. More intense winter weather wreaking havoc on the East Coast coming up. Video of homes in Massachusetts crashing into the ocean from this severe weather. And a Florida man takes his appreciation of Barbie to a whole new level. You, Aaron, you a Barbie fan?
Not necessarily, no. I'm going to pass on that one. However, I'm a fan of the sunshine, and we'll tell you how long it's going to stick around in just a few minutes.
You're watching KXLY4 HD News with Colleen O'Brien, Aaron Luna with weather, and Tom Giles with sports. This is KXLY4 HD News at 6, your trusted choice for local news.